Hello, 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 good morning. And I see my phone is sitting next to me and not set up with my VTuber model. My brain has not started functioning yet, everybody. I am so sorry about that. While I'm getting my phone set up, I am going to fix the meld chat here because I decided as I was getting everything set up this morning, I was going to try a different chat, and it did not want to work. Apparently I must not have got everything quite set up fully with owned. Must have missed something with the setup because I sort of just did that last second this morning. That was I should have known better than to do that at the last second, especially when it's like the meld chat looks absolutely fine and perfectly great as it is. But I really wanted to get the chat on the overlay here today because Twitch decided to finally let it happen. I can finally have the chat on there, so that way no longer when we look crazy anymore trying to chat between, especially between Kick and Twitch. Like, we'll all look like one happy family. Huzzah! Yay! Thank you for your patience, Euler. I appreciate it. Anyhow, so my brain is not 100% worth, or not. I was about to say worth it for some reason. With it, it is not 100% with it. I may as well just switch the cat mode. I may as well. Where's that button? Where's that button at? There we go. I may as well just be a orange cat styled it today because my brain's just not here. It's not here. I may as well just be the orange cat. That is just where I am. Yes, the chats are reunited. I can have them all on the screen. All of them all at once, all together. It is such one big happy family. I am so excited to have them all together, all at once. But from what I can remember, as far as the MSQ goes, is that we just took care of Ifrit, and after we dealt with Ifrit, Thancred told us that unfortunately the people that weren't so lucky as us, like the Echo, saved us from Ifrit trying to make us worship him and everything. And Thancred said, unfortunately for all of the souls, yes, the potato is God. So, you know, I saw a video the other day on TikTok where, like, there was this, it was this guy was like, you know, I'm going to therapy you all today with a potato video. And there were plenty of atheists in there, and they're like, I'm a atheist, and honestly, potatoes are the closest thing I have to a religion. Like, potatoes are gods. And it's like, yes, the potato cooked the fire this time, and it's because the potato is basically a god. Potato is God. Potato is king. The potato is the best. Anyway, we cooked the potato. Unfortunately, no one else in that battle were potatoes. They were not as fortunate. They got tempered. And so their minds got all sorts of messed up, and we don't have a way to fix their minds. And because we can't fix our minds, they were going to basically just continue to just try and resummon Ifrit and have to, like, it was just going to continue to mess up the world over and over and over again. And we couldn't be dealing with that. So unfortunately, they, including Ursula, got the axe. And that's where we left off. So we have still prayed return to the Waking Sands. And hey Daris! I've dubbed that today I pretty much perma orange cat. There is no hope for my cat brain today. And on top of that, the introduction of the chat, the combined chat for everybody on the overlay of stream now. Twitch finally updated their rules so that I can now have that. So now you can all see each other's chats and I don't look like a crazy person looking like I'm talking to people on various different things. Like I didn't have it before because of Twitch's rules. Like YouTube and Kick didn't care, but Twitch didn't let me before. And now Twitch allows it, so now it's there. So yay! Now you all can see each other's chats. So now it's much better for having conversations with each other across platforms. Yay! So exciting. I'm hopeful to be able to make the chat more accessible in the future. That was one reason why I'm Orange Cat right now. I tried, I've been trying for the last couple days. It's been slow moving for me just because my brain has not been completely there to get the chat to look a little bit more accessible with like chat bubbles and things like that. But I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties with Owned. I did get something that appearance-wise I like it. It's just not pulling in the messages. I think it's because I probably, in my rush, probably didn't properly authenticate things. So it's just not pulling my messages for some reason. So that's on me. I did ask Meld if they are working on that for accessibility, and they are. So right now it just kind of looks like a little bit more of a blended chat, but hopefully at least it's still readable and better than not having anything on the screen. All right, Amphilia, at least let me stand. I mean, if you're not going to offer me accommodations, at least let me stand on the desk. Amphilia, seriously? I can't even stand on your desk. So I can I stand on your chair? Can I stand on the chair? I don't think I could stand on the chair, guys. Oh, there we go. I was just bad at jumping. I can stand on the chair, so at least there's that. But I mean, at this point, I'm already on the other side of the table, so I can still see her. But come on, I couldn't even stand on the table so I could see her. I have to go around the table. But also, I want to point out that even standing on the chair, I don't even come up to her shoulders. I am still such a short potato. And my head is bigger than hers. Okay. So we have a hero in the making, and Minfilia is wearing a wry smile. Might have something to do with my newfound fame. Well, it's a good thing that people don't know about the whole tempered people now being dead part. Until not so very long ago, you were but one of many adventurers seeking to make their way in Eorzea. Before your character and courage, you were raised to the esteemed post of envoy. Therefore, you traveled the realm, aiding those in need without thought of reward, confirming to Ida and Papalimo that the Scions would benefit from your aid. And no sooner had you joined us that you personally bested the primal Ifrit. Well, yes, potatoes are God. You've achieved a great deal in a short time and won fame in so doing. Alas, fame does not come without a price, as you will soon discover. We have guests, Bova. Or rather, you have guests. Beg pardons. Well, hello, fellas. Ah, Lady Memphilia, radiant as always. I'm given to understand that the Scions of the Seventh Dawn have but recently welcomed a new hero into their midst. I am here on behalf of the Maelstrom Grand Company of Limsa Limensa to offer said hero a place of honor within our ranks. As you can see, Boba, your recent exploits have garnered you the attentions of the Grand Companies of Eorzea. Each organization would have Ifrit's Bane for its own. To this end, all three have sent officers to court you. They would not ordinarily go to such lengths to enlist a new recruit. That they have is evidence that their high regard for you. I find myself wondering how word of Boba's deeds spread so quickly that the immortal flames should know their triumph is to be expected. But of what other grand companies? Or what of the other grand companies? Beep! Your reputation precedes you, Mr. Smoky. 'Tis no ordinary woman who could face a primal and emerge a victor. And imagine our pride when we learned that you began your journey as an adventurer in our own Gridania. Know that the people hold you in high esteem, that you will always be welcome among us. And the Order of the Adder has need of a valiant woman as you. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us ensure that peace ever reigns over the Twelveswood. What a pleasure it is to finally meet you, Mr. Smoky. My comrades speak of you in the most glowing terms. A woman of your talent belongs with the immortal flames. Join your strength to ours, friend, and together let us secure a prosperous future for Ul'dah. The Admiral was not exaggerating when she said you have the look of a hero. Full often does she speak of you, friend. It is only natural that we should want you for the Maelstrom. Join your strength to ours, and together we... Sorry, I just heard my daughter, start cheering out randomly. And it just totally, broke my concentration. I think she's just back there singing. She likes to do that sometimes. Join your strength to ours, and together let us see the grand vessel of Limsa Limensa to the shores of glory. Lady Memphilia. Very well. Though I am quite sure you need no reminding, mayhap a brief summary of the situation would help to clarify your thoughts on this matter. As you know, the Grand Companies are all-encompassing organizations empowered to call upon the martial, economic, and technological resources of their respective city-states in times of strife. There are presently 3 such organizations in Eorzea: the Maelstrom of Limsa Limensa, the Order of the Twin Adder of Gridania, and the Immortal Flames of Ul'dah. Serving a Grand Company means serving the nation which it belongs. You will be charged with its defense and tasked with advancing its cause. In return for your faithful service, you will be furnished with various rewards, some of which may well prove useful to you in your other endeavors. If you are agonizing over which of the grand companies best serve your loyalty, be at ease. The commitment you make this day need not be permanent. Should you wish to shift your allegiance at a later date, you are entitled to do so, and yet I concede that it is no small choice you face. A thought occurs to me. You will of course recall that the 3 city-states are planning to hold remembrance services. Well, as part of the proceedings, I'm given to understand that the leader of each grand company will deliver an address. Hearing these addresses ought to help you make an informed decision. What say you, my dear officers? A fine suggestion. You are as wise as you are beautiful, my lady. Wow, what suck-ups. Very well, let Boba hear our leader speak, then return here with her decision. We eagerly await your answer. I know full well that adventurers are by their nature a liberty-loving breed, and not best suited to the discipline of military service, but I strongly urge you to join a grand company nonetheless. While the promise of reward is enticing in itself, it is not the only benefit. You are possessed of great power, Boba, and with it you are capable of doing untold good. Yet I know the great power is wont to attract attention, not all of it friendly. There will be those who wish you ill, and you must needs be on the lookout for them. Yet however vigilant you are but one woman. In the midst of a grand company, however, you'll be one woman amongst many, a friend amongst friends. Your achievements will be shared, and so will the danger. I could think of no better arrangement. Of course, joining one organization need not mean leaving another. I hope that we can continue to rely upon your aid. The 12 know that we will have need of it in the days ahead. The grand companies seek to protect their own nations. We Scions, on the other hand, seek to preserve the future of Eorzea as a whole. Similar, yet not quite the same. Now then, I expect you will be afield more often in the future. As such, I would have you carry this link pearl with you at all times. It will allow us to stay in touch regardless of location. Which I find it so weird that you would think that it would be that moment in the game where they would give you the link pearl emote instead of it being a recent addition of the game. And being a PvP edition. Like, they added it in PvP. Like, why? And by recent, I mean they added it in Endwalker, but still, like, you would think they would have like been like, okay, the reward for this quest line was, here you go, here's the link pearl emote. Because she gave you a link pearl, and now you can... That's just my thought, but you know, like, maybe not the sound effect. I could do without the sound effect. At least let me like do the motion. I really could do without the sound effect though. Eorzea is changing, Boba, and you have the power to help change it. And you have the power to help shape it anew. None can say what the morrow will bring, but so long as we believe in ourselves, there is naught we cannot achieve. Now, it is time you made ready for your journey. Before you depart, be sure to speak to Tataru. She will apprise you as to where and when the remembrance services are due to take place. All right, I'm actually go up. I am now super magical potato being and went through the chair. I'm not standing on it anymore. I went through it. What is this sorcery? What happened? What is this? Ophelia, what? Did you prank me? Did you do this on purpose? Ophelia, why? Why would you do this to me? Why would you do this? Oh, I guess applying the SIBO removes my cat ears and puts me back in bunny ears. At least my hair orange. But Amphilia. Why? 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 Why would you trap me in this chair? Why would you do this? How could you? Why did you put me in timeout? Is it because the grand companies want me? They don't want you? Is it because you have this weird knife thing? You're really just a miner? Like you're not even carrying a pickaxe. You're a miner. You're carrying this sword. And you don't mind, and you mine. I don't understand. It's because I tried to jump on your table. Find them, Amphilia. We'll find them. Alright. Let's go listen to these speeches. We gotta talk to Tataru first. My fellow short person who's probably also been put in timeout at least once before. Because, you know, if anyone else understands how I feel about accommodations and being put in timeout and stuff, it's probably Tataru. Papalima would not understand. Tataru lets me stand on her table, so she gets it. She gets it. She even lets me stand on the books. So she gets it. I'm sorry about all the attention you're getting, Boba. See, she even feels bad. She realizes that, like, it's like, if I'm getting in trouble, it's probably her fault. So, like, she's like, oh yeah, so yeah, it does that with the whole instancing stuff where, like, since you're further an MSQ than I am, Neris, I can't see you. You could see me, but I can't see you. Like, it might have something to do with the fact that I have Tataru right here. And on top of that, like, I said it, I have it so that people that are, like, if you're too close to the quest NPC, you disappear immediately. I have that set up in my settings. So it might not even be a whole instance thingy based upon quest progression. It might just be a matter of you're too close to Tataru since she's a quest NPC right now. So you might just be disappearing and you might reappear after I continue progressing. Yeah, because I was like, I used to progress on patch day all the time, and I got tired of people in crowds. I got tired of pressing X and trying to make them disappear and stuff. I was like, no, I'm just gonna use this setting and make them disappear. Like the second that they came out that setting, I'm like, yep, they're just going to disappear. I might have sung your praises a little too loudly and often to a few too many people. Yes, Tataru, I know, Tataru, you love gossip. You love gossip. And that's okay. That's okay, Tataru. We love you. Next time, I'll be sure to hold my tongue. Literally, if necessary. Anyway, I expect you want to know where and when the Remembrance services are taking place. If all goes to plan, Gridania's Grand Company, the Order of the Twin Adder, will hold the first of the 3 services, and Elder Seer Connie Senna will deliver her address at Mikoto's amphitheater. I should probably mention at this point that due to the organizational challenges involved in assembling all of the evolved parties, it's possible that the order of the services might change. Still, there's not much we can do about that, so make Gridania your first port of call. Next, you'll need to go to Old Da, where Flame General Raban al-Din will be addressing the masses at the Royal Palmion. Oh, and it's rumored that there will be a special guest. How exciting! Last but not least, you'll make your way to the stateroom in Linza Lamenza, where Maelstrom Chief Admiral Merwib Loswoof will be giving her address. Seriously, the Rodigans and their names, with the fact that it's like they're either named, like, I can't remember which one is named after, like, they're given an adjective and like a thing of nature, like raging river, for instance. And the other ones, it's like literally mash your face against a keyboard and you've got a Rodigan name. The room is accessible through the Admiral's lift. Identify yourself to Sentry Zamthale, and he'll admit you. Got that? Well, off you go then. I hope you find the Remembrance services suitably educational. I suggest visiting the city-states in my prescribed order, though. With your record of impeccable timing and luck, the schedule may well change in favor of your preferred travel plans. Farewell. Yes, with my impeccable time. Yes, that's exactly what it was. Hi, Neris! I like your glamour. It looks nice. But yes, it does look like that was exactly what it was. It was just a proximity to the quest NPC that made you disappear. Yes, that's what it is. Thanks, Neris. The Hellsguard are the ones that have the adjective and the nature, such as raging river and things like that. And then I think when we go to Old Da, I think we'll take a detour from MSQ and make sure that we do the event quest. Oh yes, that is a good one. Curious George. Curious George is the best one, and you best not make fun of his name. Because otherwise, the rage will totally break free, and he will come after you. Our forebears were once strangers in the Twelves Wood.
精霊を恐れ、洞穴の暗がりに隠れ住んでいた人々が長き対話を経て、精霊の許しを経て、 森に都を築きました。
Fearful of the green wrath, they hid themselves in the dark recesses of the earth, yet they dreamed of basking in the draping sunlight of the forest.
その都の名はグリダニア。ヒューランとエレゼンは手を取り合い生きてきました。
Through great effort, they proved their worth to the elementals and were granted a place beneath the boughs. It was that Gridania was born some 5 centuries ago.
今ではムーンキーパーの方々も少ないながら都に身を寄せ、共に歩んでおります。
Working hand in hand, the Hir and Ellison settlers sowed the seeds of our civilization, and soon they were joined by folk of all races.
この調和と協調が苗床となり、大地と豊穣の女神ノフィカ様のご厚を受け、グリダニアという大樹は繁栄を続けてきました。
And there's those stuck-up twins. Ones that we were on the carriage with at the very beginning of the game that weren't talking with that lovely gentleman that we rode in with. That they were just too stuck up to talk to him. So nourished by the waters of unity and blessed by the light of the matron, Gridania flourished into a great nation that it is today.
カヌエ様の後ろ、グリダニアの国旗を見てごらん。
Oh, what is my computer lagging on?
絡み合う2匹の白蛇はヒューランとエレゼンの2種族の協力を示しているのさ。今の話を象徴するものだ。
Okay, I think there was just a temporary lag on my computer there for a second. Let me pull up my dialogue so I can get back to what that self-assured youth said before. And I accidentally clicked off of. He said, "Do you see the Gridanian standard there, hanging behind the Eldseer? Or behind the Elder Seedseer? The entwined serpents represent unity between the Hir and Ellison. An elegant symbol. Do you not agree?"
この誉れ高きグリダニアを、いえ、愛すべきエオルゼア全土を侵略せんとする北方のガレマール帝国。
In accordance with the will of the elementals, we have embraced a life of peace. Alas, our neighbors have not always sought the same for themselves, nor us.
私たちグリダニアがこの脅威から森を守るためにグランドカンパニー、ソージャ島を結成して対抗したことは皆様の記憶に新しいでしょう。
The we Gridanians have no love for war. We have still less for those who would threaten our way of life. We have, or ever have we fought to protect the sanctity of the Twelves Wood.
グリダニアは森の調和を重んじ、歴史上も侵略者に対して一歩も引かずに戦ってきました。その伝統の通り、ソージャ島は帝国と相対したのです。
When the Garlean Empire brought its war of conquest to Eorzea, we rallied under the noble standard of the Twin Adder, that we might push back the encroaching darkness.
そしてグリダニアが重んじる調和と協調はエオルゼア都市軍事同盟の実行化を促し、エオルゼア同盟軍の成立へと導いたのです。
And it was we who prepared the ground for the reformation of the Eorzean alliance, and that all the peoples of this realm might stand united against the common threats.
ですが5年前、カルテノーの戦いが起こりました。
5 years ago, the alliance met the armies of the Empire upon the fields of Cartano.
この戦いは想像を絶するものでした。多くの戦死者を出したことは事実です。
It would prove the bloodiest battle in recent memory. Countless Gridanian lives were lost.
ソージャ島の最高司令官である当主として私は責任を痛感しています。
As Supreme Commander of the Order of the Twin Adder, ever shall I bear the weight of our people's sacrifice.
第7零祭で森は深く傷つき、5年を経た今なお癒えきってはおりません。
Alas, their loss was not the only tragedy to befall us that day, for soon came the calamity.
森の被害は皆様の生活にも深く影響しています。こんな時だからこそ皆で手を取り合わなくてはならない。
The scars borne by our forests are a constant reminder of its violence. Our lives have been irrevocably changed, each waking hour a struggle to survive.
それにもかかわらず嘆かわしいことに貧しさに負け盗賊になる者密猟者になる者が後を絶ちません。
Driven to desperation, some among us have strayed from the path of righteousness, resorting to banditry, poaching, or other unconscionable deeds.
そして我らが旧敵イクサル族は相も変わらず森に侵入してきては自然の恵みを奪い精霊の心を乱しています。
I'm gonna try closing out a couple things on my computer here real quick. To compound our woes, the Ixal have returned in force, emboldened by our suffering. They test our defenses nigh without cease, and prey upon the vulnerable.
第7零祭以降、私たちの故郷グリダニアは不安定な状況が続いているのです。
So beleaguered from within and without, it is of little wonder that our unity now falters. Dark times are upon
確かに
us.
親友隊は出
帰
っ張りだ。
国隊も賊の討伐に大わらわだそうだ。
カルテノーの戦いはとても悲しい戦いでした。あの戦いで亡くなられた数多くの同胞に哀悼の意を表します。
On this day, 5 years ago, countless Eorzeans laid down their lives that we might hold another dawn. Please join me in honoring their memory.
記憶をなくしている連中が誰に哀悼するっていうのよ。
And how do you propose to honor the memory of those you cannot remember? Pray tell.
しかし彼らは森に横島なる砦を築き居座っております。ですが国内が不安定な状態では帝国軍を追い払うなど叶わぬ夢でありましょう。
Yet while we have labored to rebuild our homes, to rebuild our lives, the Empire has set about rising steel fortresses here in the 12th Wood.
私たちは再びグランドカンパニーソージャ島の下で団結しガレマール帝国と戦わなくてはなりません。
Let none be mistaken, the Garleans remain the greatest threat to our survival. If we are to stand against them, we must remember what it is to be united.
カルテノーの戦いから5年、この節目の年にグリダニアの理念、調和と協調を思い出してください。
Our many troubles blind us to the woes of our fellow men, thence is harmony. Yet harmony is the founding principle of Gridania.
そして今一度皆様の結束を。
We are gathered here to honor the fallen.
もう耐える時は過ぎました。悠久の風は私たちと共にあります。
Let them be honored, not only in word and thought, but through concerted action.
赤心の前に 道は必ず開けるのです。
I bid you join hands with me once more beneath the twin-addered standard.
精霊の導きとともにこの森に平和を取り戻し、次の500年後の子孫にも豊かな森を残せるようにしようではありませんか。
And together let us heal the forest's wounds, that our progeny might live in harmony beneath these ancient boughs, for serenity, purity, and sanctity.
この森を守らねばな。
森と精霊の御ために。
Yeah, I like her speech. Pretty much saying we don't like to fight, but you know what? We're being backed into a corner again.
私はアルフィノという。
And though we don't like to fight, we're like the Garlands are sort of trying to force our hand again, so we need to fight. We need to do it. If you'll permit me, I am Alphino.
彼女はアリゼだ。
And my sister Alize, at your service. And what is it because I took down Ifrit that you two decided that you were good enough to or that I was good enough for you two to introduce yourselves to me? Or is it because I am now a scion, or like... Oh.
私たちはこのカルテノ戦没者追悼式典を見て回っているのさ。
I saw at a glance that you were a fellow traveler.
各国のグランドカンパニーの名手たちがどういった主張をするのか楽しみでね。
It really is interesting with translations because, like, he clearly, again, like, so many times you hear them say Grand Company, and then there's, like, at least the other times, like, you see them say something about, like, oh, Order of the Twin Adders, or Gadania, or Ulza, or the Maelstrom, or something to allude to Grand Company. But this time, it just, like, he says, you might call us students of history, sampling the realm's remembrances in the pursuit of enlightenment. Nothing, he doesn't mention a particular location, he doesn't mention the militaries, nothing. But in Japanese there, he clearly said Grand Company, but in the translation, nothing translated into anything about a Grand Company. So that's interesting. The Gridanians are fortunate enough to have to contend with two beast tribes. Or unfortunate. They are unfortunate. The Ixal are unquestionably the more troublesome, being of a naturally warlike disposition and wont to summon their bloodthirsty primal, Garuda. The Sylphs, by contrast, are peaceful in nature, being mischievous rather than malevolent, and have long been on friendly terms with the Gridanians, until recently at least. At last they have grown aloof, a change observed at roughly the time they summoned the primate Ramu. Gridanians have no love for war, and they consider open conflict a last resort. So I wonder if that's why they get two. Like, are they being seen as pushovers? Though they clash with the Ixal ever more regularly, you may be assured that they do so in self-defense. As for the Sylphs, they are yet bound by a peace treaty, though one wonders how long it will be before it is broken. The Twelves Wood was grievously wounded during the calamity, leaving Gridania vulnerable to attack. The people are hopeful that restoring the wood, and thereby the power of the elementals, will put an end to their woes. Yet how long will it take? Centuries, I'd wager. Meanwhile, the Ixal will continue their incursions, spurred on by Garuda and her insatiable appetite for destruction. I love that he is chatting it up, and Alize over there is like pouting and sulking. She's just like just won't even make eye contact with me. Whether the Gridanians like it or not, sooner or later it will come to an all-out war. And when it does, the Order of the Twin Adder will need all the help it can muster. How valuable might the aid of a capable adventurer prove to them, then? Well, perhaps we will find out if the Eldseer's words fell on fertile ground. Well, it sounds like you are trying to make a case for him. But I still have 2 more I gotta go listen to. I'm pretty sold on the, you know, they have no love for war. But, you know, they'll do it because they gotta. Oh, I should have came here last. I should have just gone in whatever order I wanted to, even though Tataru said I recommend going in this order. I should have just gone in the order I wanted to go in. That's okay. That's okay. The reason I say that is because, like, I'm part of the way through level 29. It's like, oh, if I could just get to level 30, then I could just do my class quest while I'm here. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But I am going to detour real quick, because I know if I don't detour now, I will forget to do it. Despite all of these beautiful cherry blossom trees and all of the people everywhere, we gotta do the events. We gotta take care of the event quest. And I know it doesn't sound like a very big event, the little Ladies' Day event, but honestly, I do like the rewards from this event. One thing I absolutely love about Final Fantasy 14 and its events is that they change it up so much from event to event. They give you a different story. They give you different rewards. It's not common that they recycle the rewards or anything like that. It's not like some other MMOs where it's like you literally do the same thing every freaking year. Like it's rewarding to actually do the events. You get something new to do. Oh, do be careful with those. Break anything and I shall be forced to deduct it from your salary. And I'm sure you tall person, you are yelling at this tiny little Lalafell who's not that much taller than me. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait a minute. Wait, before I continue with this dialogue, I kind of feel like I kind of feel like I need to have an Anya moment because this Lalafell's kind of reminding me of Damien and Spy Family. So I'm like, now I feel like I'm kind of like Anya, and I'm like, can I punch this youth in the face? Can I get a Tenoitrus bolt? Can I get a Tenoitrus bolt for punching this guy? Can we just do that? Right? Like, you're gonna make this kid carry a stack of boxes as tall as what he is? Like, that's just completely uncalled for. Give me the damn Tenoitrus bolt. Let me punch this guy. No, Damien, I'm not gonna carry the boxes for you. You could carry the boxes yourself. Like, get over yourself. Let me, Hey, good to see you, Shiro. I am a cat form at the moment because, I've pretty much dubbed that I don't have any brain cells today. Like, the brain cells are they've just been, they're just gone. There are no brain cells. They're gone. Ha ha ha! Hey, Lethal. All good, all good. But yes, I have no brain cells Ielda today. But something that you missed, Lethal, is all chats are on the stream now. Twitch allows it now. So everybody gets to be one big happy family and gets to see all chats on stream. Huzzah! YouTube and Kick always allowed it, but Twitch didn't allow it until like a couple days ago. So now they're there. Huzzah! And the reason I have no brain cell was because like I had to switch which one it was, like literally as stream started, because I was trying to get owned to work and I must have missed a step because yeah, I was doing it at like the last second and I think I missed an authentication step or something like that because I was doing it at the last minute. So I had to stick with this one. So it's not the most accessible looking thing ever, but we can see everybody's messages now. So yay! Yes, I want to be Anya. I want to be Anya. I want to punch this guy in the face for making Damien carry presents that are taller than him. It's not cool. It is so totally not cool. It's not fair. Oh, I didn't even. I was I'm like, I don't even want to read what this well-heeled youth has to say. I progressed this dialogue a second time without even reading what he had to say. Beg your pardon. Was my loyal manservant carrying? Loyal manservant? That is Damien. Do you not know who he is? He is Scion Boy. He is Scion Boy. Come on. Come on. Why not? Why a not so small fortune of prizes ably won by yours truly in the gold saucer. You have heard of the gold saucer? Nay. That's what. Oh, whoops. I clicked on the wrong thing, but also I did need to do this anyway. That's what I get for not reading what quest I was doing. See, I told you guys I have no brain cell today. I do need the gold saucer because I need the bunny ears. So, you know, doubly sidetracked, you know. But yeah, I do need to go to the gold saucer. I want to at least try to keep up with the times. Not only is the Sultan its newest and finest place of entertainment. Yeah, I need to go do the event, but I also need to do the gold saucer. So maybe I should do the gold saucer first, then I'll do the event, and then I will actually progress the MSQ. Maybe I'll have the brain cell before Friday. I feel like I'm just not even going to have the brain cell by Tuesday at this rate. Thrill to the sights of majestic birds roaring down the straits of the chocobo races. Pitch your wits disappears. Yeah, I should have realized that. Like, I'm talking to a dude. It's a little ladies' day event. Like, this is a male NPC. This is not the little ladies' day event. Like, and he's barking orders at a little guy. Yes, no brain cells are needed at the gold saucer. Yeah, I need to do one of the reasons I need to do the event is because I want to get more of the trees, because I feel like I need more of the trees. I need to stock up on them. I absolutely love the cherry blossom trees so much. They are absolutely beautiful, and in order to get them before, I had to get them through the Mog Station, because I didn't start playing until after they were made available. So yeah, I totally need the trees. And of course the emotes. I definitely need the emotes. Like, that's just those are absolutely necessary for me. But that's all for my main character. For this character, 100% need the emotes, because I mean, LALA, you gotta have all the emotes for the LALA. It's a necessity. And then with the gold saucer, she needs to have the bunny ears. They gotta have bunny ears. Hit your wits against your peers in triple triad tables. Okay, so since I have no brain cell, we definitely are doing no triple triad today. At the gold saucer, you could do all this and more if you know what you're about. You'll walk out a wealthier woman than when you entered. If there's a better place to shake off one's cares after a grueling day of pomeanding, I've never heard of it. Did I mention the prizes? But I dare say you'd rather discover them for yourself. Yes, I'll wager you're wondering just how in Thal's good name you could experience the wonders of the gold saucer firsthand. Am I right, or am I right? Ha, I thought as much. Well, since it's been my lucky day, I don't see why it shouldn't be yours too. I just so happen to have a spare golden airship ticket, you see. Consider it a gift from me to you, my lady. Thank you, good sir. Just show that ticket to the fine lady over at the landing, and you'll have a seat on the next airship bound for revelry and riches. Be fairly warned, though. You may expect no mercy from me should our paths cross at the triple triad tables. Nay, not so much as an ounce. Ha! Can I punch him now? Can I punch him now? I'll at least slap him. Talking to Damien like as though he's a manservant. Let's see. Nope, I don't want to be a puglet. Nope. I'm honestly surprised there's even a slap emote at this point. Like, yes, it'd be great if there was a punch emote, but I'm surprised there's even a slap emote. Yes, here's the event quest. I was looking for a blue quest. I shouldn't have even been looking for a blue quest. That's what my problem was. Like, I should have just I looked at the crowd, and then for some reason I told myself, no, it's not gonna be a blue quest. Or it's gonna be a blue quest. I should have realized it's not gonna be a blue quest. Again, no brain cell. But here we go. What can I do for you? The Royal Satchel has has need of an inquisitive adventurer. And this quest is only available for a limited time, so we need to do this. We want emotes. Well met, adventurer, and welcome to our Little Ladies' Day festivities. Allow me to introduce myself. I am known as the Royal Yes, the Royal Bleh. It's my duty and the duty of all who take on the royal role of this season to help grant the manifold wishes of ladies across the realm, that they may be pampered as princess for the day. My brain cells are not working, Neris. Seneschal. 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 Such as little lady say tradition. Seneschal. Have you partaken in this year's concert yet, my friend? The songbirds and the Seneschal Prince as ever are shining stars on stage, and they have been practicing oh so diligently for this event. My, how marvelous. See, this is why I don't have brain cells today. My brain even saw the M there as an RN. I don't know why my brain read it like that. That's definitely an M for marvelous. Why was my brain reading that as an RN? Like, marvelous does not start with an RN. I give up with my brain today. I give up with it. I give up. When sensational sensations, the songbirds and Seneschal Prince's performances have propelled their popularity to a fever pitch. Right? It's marvelous indeed. The economic exploits have defied every expert's sensation or expectations as they balance billions of gil and gains. The masses cannot help but contemplate, why do folks flock to them? What forces drive this formidable fount of funds to flow? Forgive me my raucous ramblings. I am Dural Tharl, renowned reporter for the Mithril Eye. I mean to gather information on the prominent performers and a pen of peace for our next publication. I could scarcely ask for a more perfect opportunity for promotion. Where the Mithril Eye goes, fame and prestige are bound to follow. The songbirds and sensational prince will be thrilled to hear of this. A thousand thanks. Then without further fanfare, I shall solicit the citizens of the city-state for their feedback. Though now that I think of it, my tendency to focus on the financials might poison the piece's perspective, so to speak. An objective observer would be ideal. So I've got one of two choices. I could say, like, say a passing adventure, or I could say this objective observer can help if you're willing to pay, because that totally sounds objective. Like, sounds objective so long as my pet pockets are lined. Like, what? That's not objective at all. I'm totally going with like, say, a passing adventure. Like, I would have gone with the second one because that is totally a Lalafell thing to say, but I couldn't bring myself to say the second one because I'm like, that's not objective. That's not objective. Being bribed is not objective. Like, yes, your partial input would be not but a benefit. Permit me to brief you on our performers then. The knowledge will doubtless prove a useful reference to your upcoming report. Yay, LALA felt representation in the group. Yay! I shall begin with the songbirds, the pride and joy of the little ladies' day. Our talented trio consists of LALA, dressed in crimson. Then we have Narumi, clad in yellow. And, of course, Masha Akaraka, donning blue. She truly is the voice of our people. They have come far from their humble beginnings, and their tireless efforts have recently borne fruit. Of late, their concerts have taken the realm by storm, winning countless new fans across Eorzea. It would be remiss for me not to mention Pico, our dashing seneschal prince in Violet. He is the newest addition to our lineup and a rising star in his own right. He stole many a heart last Lady's Day. They inspire one another, as well as their crowds, in equal measure. Their musical prowess is a fresh spring breeze, breathing new life into a celebration as we know it. I actually think I missed it last year. I agree, Neris. That's really weird that of all of them, they first and last named her. The others, they only first named them. But Masha, they had the first and last name her. Like, I'm not 100%, like, I think it probably has to do with they wanted to, again, very much like with the Sun Kibbins, how, like with Y'shtola, they wanted to have the Ye for the tribal reference, because I think with the Moon Kibbins, their last name is their tribal reference. But it's still a matter of, you could still just refer to her by her first name, I think. Especially when it's like she's clearly a part of the singing group. Like, it doesn't seem like she's necessarily super a part of her tribe. She's not necessarily the queen of her tribe or anything like that, you know? It doesn't necessarily make sense to add in the whole last name all the time. But that's the only thing I could necessarily come up with on the spot without like doing some mass research to figure out exactly why they're constantly last naming her and not the other two. Is that I think it has to do with the whole tribal thing. Them bringing in her tribe. Yes, exactly. Like they with Y'shtola and her sister, they drop the Y, and then I think Matoya also drops the Y when she's referring to Y'shtola. Like she calls Y'shtola Shtola, since Y'shtola was her student, and she trained her and worked with her for a very long time. So they developed a very close and deep relationship with one another. So she was able to drop the Y and the tribal reference. But yeah, that's the main thing I could come up with, is that it has to do with tribals. But I would think it would probably be most important for the Moon Kibbins for it to really just be more or less tied to the queen, whoever the female leader is. Because like I said, when I talked about the Sun Cats are centered around a male cat. And the male cat takes on multiple mates, and like all the female cats have some sort of variation of their name based upon their father. But all of them have, like every single member of the tribe, their first name has the letter of their tribe, apostrophe, and then their actual name. And then with the moon cats, I believe it's their last name has to do with their tribe. But for them, they have a queen or a female leader instead of a male leader. But yeah, I would think that having that tribal thing would be more important for the queen than it is for a female that's a little bit, yes, the sun seekers are very, very, very much like a lion pride, and the keepers of the moon are almost like an inversion of that. In that sense, it's a very interesting dynamic with them, which is why you see, like, instead of having with the eyes, the seekers of the sun having the eyes being slits, you have the keepers of the moon having their eyes dilated, and things like that. All right. So the royal since I've already forgotten how to pronounce seneschal. They inspire one another as well as their crowds in equal measure. Their musical prowess is as a fresh spring, breathing new life into the celebration as we know it. This year, we shall be outfitting concert attendees with a unique line of themed apparel and illuminations for the occasion, complete with matching colors for each member of our merry band. So you appeal to all audiences, allowing spectators to support their favorite singer, a sound strategy. Meanwhile, your prize performers pinpoint their most passionate fans in the process, making for a more memorable experience. That is a very appropriate emote. Especially with the emotes that come with this event. Super, super appropriate. With that, I believe I have enough to embark on our incursion. When you are set to search the city for some tried and true testimonials, simply say the word. Alright. Let the collaboration commence. To begin, I suggest we search away from the stage so as not to startle any spectators. Perhaps we might pursue possible leads near the perimeter of the Gate of Nald. We need but seek out and speak to those in songbird and seneschal shirts. Shall we? Escorting. Okay, escorting. So you gotta keep them by you. So as long as you stay in the same area, they're by you. Talk to them in those areas. And if you part ways, you could just go back to the starting point and get them again. Fortunately, it's not as bad as when they first implemented it, but... And it's not the stalking. At least I don't have to stalk these people. Look how cute these people are with their little emotes. They're so cute. Keen to learn about our favorite songbird, you say? Well, here we are. The LALA faithful. Gods, where do I even begin? Her presence on stage is second to none, and her warm smile can melt even the coldest hearts. She may be small, but the power of her voice more than makes up for it. Yes, totally agree. Like when they weren't as fast, like it was such a pain in the ass. And especially it was one of those things that I was like, did they really have to take this from other MMOs? Like when they first introduced it, I immediately thought of all those quests in World of Warcraft that I was like, are you freaking kidding me? They had to bring this load of crap back in. I hated these because it was like take 5 steps and then stand there for 10 seconds and then take 5 steps and stand there for 20 seconds. It was so annoying. I hated it. Absolutely hated it. Such a pain. And now they move as fast as you. You can mount up. You can't use the Aethernet. Like, it's so much better with having those updates. Like, totally not as bad. The stalking, on the other hand, I could still do without that. Granted, I haven't done that in a while, but I don't know that I will ever be okay with the stalking quests. Yes, I love singers that are small but got a powerful voice with them. Like, yes, like there's particularly one quest in Walker that I am thinking of that I'm just like, I absolutely hated that escort quest. It wasn't my most hated quest in Endwalker. It was pretty dang close though. The most hated quest I had in Endwalker was both because of the story with it, but also because I kept getting disconnected during it, because that was when the servers kept getting overloaded, and on top of that my internet just kept crashing because I live in a very wooded area, so mice kept getting to, or had gotten to my Ethernet cable apparently, and so my internet was highly unstable, and so I kept crashing like in the middle of a quest, and it was just oh my gosh, yes, the beckon leave quest. My brain wanted to forget that those were even a thing. I hate those with a passion. Like, if you could just not do those, just don't do those. Just don't do them. They are the absolute worst. Like, so bad, because they stop for the dumbest things. Like, the absolute dumbest things. They won't even actually get poked by anything. They will just, an enemy will look at it wrong, not even get aggroed or anything. It just looks at it wrong, and the NPC will freak out and just stop, and you gotta back it again, or and it will and take out whatever NPC is looking at it wrong. And I hated those beckon quests so much. I totally agree, Nurse. Those were literally the worst quests. Like, absolutely no. I'm so glad that those are not a thing anymore. Like, I mean, they are a thing, but they're an old thing, and you don't really have to do them if you don't want to do them. Like, you could really get by without doing them. So it's like, if you are glutton for punishment, sure, go ahead and do them. But if you don't want to do them, just don't do them. And I'd be willing to wager that most people are gonna be like, nah, I would 10 times rather do the Realm Reborn relic grind than those stupid Beckon leaves. Like, ah. Anyhow, that's something to say for her passion for her fans and the music. That is why she dons such fiery red hues. I speak for us when, I speak for us all when I say we do most anything for her if she asks, with that winsome little smile of hers. So your small yet esteemed singer's stunning stagecraft stirs your sentiments, you say. Duly noted. I suppose I could sympathize. All right. Yes, it is a good thing. It is a good thing, Lethal, because seriously, they are terrible. I might have to do one at some point on stream just to illustrate how absolutely terrible they are. Like, they're bad. They're really bad. You're interviewing folks for a piece on the Songbirds and the Seneschal's Prince? Oh, I'd love to participate. I'm a Masha fan through and through. She has the most amazing voice, and there's something about the way she dances that really speaks to me. You could tell she puts pride into every facet of her performances, and it never fails to take my breath away. In fact, her dedication inspires me to be more mindful in my day-to-day living, even with something as simple as descending the stairs. I'll often find myself thinking, I must be careful. Masha needs me. Hey. That's wow, okay. Speaking of dedication, I hear Mash has come up with one of the limited time dishes being served at the quicksand. We ought to sample it for ourselves. The master's perseverance provides a particular sense of purpose past performances, extending to the everyday. Fascinating. All of it. One might even say a little, I don't have nice things to say. That's a little excessive. Masha needs me. Like, what? With that, I assume we've accounted for all the aficionados in the area. However, if that Masha fan tells it true, yes, they are Delulu. They're very Delulu, Lethal. They are very Delulu. I assume we've accounted for all the aficionados in the area. However, if that Masha fan tells it truth, these seasonal songbird snacks are about to bring multitudes of Mistress Momodi's establishment. Come, let us continue our queries at the quicksand. Oh man, we gotta talk to more Delulu people at the quicksand? Oh man, okay. Alright, Narumi fan, what we got? Ah, you're reporting for the Mithril Eye, are you? Well, as you've doubtless ascertained, I am one of Narumi's fans. Though she may be the most demure, very mindful. Yes, of course the Aura is demure. And the three songbirds, she harbors a quiet strength and endless compassion that we cannot help but cherish. She approaches her art so delicately, so exquisitely, that it feels as though she is speaking to all of her friends as individuals. It compels us to support her in every endeavor, that she might always know happiness in the spotlight. So Narumi employs a subtle yet sincere approach. Imagining such a saintly smile on stage, why, I can certainly see the appeal. I agree, Darius. Like, it certainly is a pretty accurate representation of some pop star fans. Like, it it does get scary seeing like how crazy some people get for pop star fans. Like, whoa, guys, you gotta realize they're human, they're people. Let's maybe chill. Ask about the stars of the Little Ladies' Day. Well, you've come to the right place. Most folks are head over heels for the songbirds, but I've only got eyes for Pico. His debut, last Little Ladies' Day, really won me over. I'm not remembering him, so I feel like I must have missed last year or something, which doesn't surprise me. Last couple years have honestly been kind of crazy. As Seneschal Prince, he takes it upon himself to treat his fans like royalty. He's incredibly handsome, of course. His honeyed words and that sweet little smirk are highlights of his every show. Would that he could be my prince every day. Oh, and when you shine his violet illumination in the crowd, he does notice even if you are in the very, very back row. Last Little Ladies' Day, he winked in my general direction. And well, even if he didn't actually wink at me, I like to believe it was so. The mere thought of Pico's last performance or past productions is enough to make most fans swoon, a true testament to his talent. And if the rumors are true, he strives to serve all his fans, be they lads or little ladies, which means there's hope yet I too can be a princess under his sovereign smile. I think that's fair, Neris. Like, not always are the rewards necessarily worth it every year, particularly depending on the event. So sometimes I miss it, and sometimes the rewards are worth it. Life just gets too chaotic. It happens. Missing events happens. And yes, these people do be extra delulu. As assumed, our performers possess a very fan base. With this wealth of wisdom, I am well prepared to write. One thing struck me as strange. While we were wandering, I espied an elegant young lady surveying the songbirds in a seneschal stage from afar. I am interested in interviewing her as well. If she is so inclined, shall we sally forth and see what she says? I was gonna say, oh, it's this lady, but she looks like a typical NPC. I feel like a lot of NPCs look like her. Greetings to you both. I don't believe we've met. Okay, there we go. I am Alithia Thorn. Is there aught I can assist you with? Such serendipity. A scion of the honored House Thorn. I had heard that your house had contributed a substantial sum in support of these festivities. Come to celebrate and see the show, I gather? Indeed, on behalf of House Thorn and out of my own curiosity, I wish to behold the annual concert with my own eyes. 'Tis heartening to know the annual performances have blossomed into such a passionate showcase of song and dance. Would that I could join the audience and show my own support. Yes, totally standard Midlander. Like, cut and paste. Like, standard haircut with headband, standard face, like... Didn't really change all that much about her. She's just totally standard Midlander. Could change much about her. Though you are hell enough to travel this day, I must advise against it, my lady. We cannot risk worsening your condition. Ah, of course, she's also sick. Alas, it is as Ralph says, I've not the strength to sway to the rhythm and jump about as I please. But from this vantage point, I can at least gaze upon the stage and the audience from afar, a rather enlightening experience all told. Even from this distance, it is easy to tell how much the performance means to all of them, how joyful they all are. Hee hee, I dare say their energy is contagious. Well, at least she gets to be happy. Delight and devotion takes many forms. If these crowds can't find happiness by supporting their beloved singers, if we could garner their interest in this holiday, but even for a fleeting moment, then I could ask for little else. A poignant point you make, my lady, and it's as you've ascertained. All who answered our inquiries delighted in describing their preferred performers, each selecting to celebrate in their own way. There's no correct answer as to how to celebrate this season, for only together could they make Little Ladies' Day a fine festival it has become. Such is likely a significant source of its singer's success. I must thank you thoroughly for your thoughtful theories. It shall serve as a fine addition to my article. They're merely fleeting thoughts as I had as I enjoyed the performances. My brain cell. I feel like I was doing good a little bit there. I am pleased they could be of use. I wish you both a delightful Little Ladies' Day. Alright, LALA friend. Let's continue. I owe you one for your committed cooperation. Indeed, I have amassed all manner of ardent accounts from the fans. So far, this is a very slow Little Ladies' Day. Come on, sir. Some show support by cheering on cacophonous cries to the stage, while others watch wistfully from a ways off or make merry by feasting on festive foods. As the performer's popularity proliferates, so too do prospective methods to please their fans. Merriment made for one's pastimes is a mysterious, marvelous matter. For our favorite fads, we often find ourselves opening our wallets without so much as a second thought. Even I am no stranger to that. I digress. It's time we saw these songbirds and seneschal prince for ourselves to fully fathom what all the fuss is about, provided we have permission from the royal seneschal. Well, yes, please, 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 please give us support. Please let us move on, royal seneschal, because so far, let's be honest. This investigation, this interviewing process has been boring. Welcome back. How fared the interviews? They went well, wonderfully well, in fact. As our last task, we wish to watch one of the performances, if we are welcome to do so. By all means, I would love nothing more than to read your impressions when all is properly published. For a more objective observation, I'd like to spectate the show from afar. Might I ask you to take to the crowds? Excellent. Enjoy the event, and we will reconvene once the stage is settled. The handmaiden here will furnish you with a set of songbird-themed attire and a portable illumination. Once you've obtained what you require, you need only wait for an opportune moment to join the crowd. Okay. Now she looks like Kugane. Copy paste. Higher. Like the face is still the same, but we put a different hairstyle on her. Oh, sweet. I was wondering why it came up saying that there was a fate nearby. So sometimes the events are fates, and this one's going to be a fate-based one, and it'll appear on the steps of not in order to participate in the fate. You must first speak with the royal handmaiden at the Ruby Road Exchange to prepare yourself to join the songbirds and Seneschal Prince's crowd of fans. The status effect granted to you by the royal handmaiden can be removed at any time by leaving the area or using the special action curtain call. So we don't want me to be blue mage and use any explosions or anything like that. Upon joining the fate, you will be given 4 special actions. Each action uses a different color set of illuminated rods to cheer for the songbirds or Seneschal Prince. Bear in mind, each performer is especially receptive to fans who cheer using their signature color. Okay, it looks like a fate is going on. Oh no. There we go. Going with the targeting. Like, you have to target? Yes, so you have to do their particular color. It looks like his color's purple. The other 3 are the primary colors. And you can only get about 1 shot in. Because that cooldown's pretty long. Yeah, I was trying to do tab target, but right now, like, I have the LALA targeted, and I'm using tab, and it's not changing who my target is. It's really, it seems like it just doesn't like, it's like, nah, it doesn't want to work for me right now. Oh well. Not super hard. It's just, it felt a little janky on the targeting. Not horrible, at least, though. It's not like it's combat. Yep, thanks for your participation, adventurer. Your fervor out in the crowds did not go unnoticed. My brain did not want to process that sentence whatsoever. It's not even a complicated sentence. Your fervor out in the crowds did not go unnoticed. My, what a marvelously masterful performance. Even from a distance, I could not help but offer a round of ardent applause. Yeah, it really is weird in this Fae. It's yeah, since they're friendly NPCs, it just doesn't want to work quite properly. And since they're not party members either, it's not like I could use the party member targeting either. It's really not the greatest targeting, but as I said, it's not like it's combat or anything like that. Like just clicking is fine. It's fine. It's fine. Fan's passion burned with brilliance that was all but blinding, matched only by the fiery fervor of the performers. I see now why so many are drawn to such shows. Now it's time I inquire about your immersive involvement. How did it feel to savor the sights and sounds of such a spectacle? So with the responses, I could either admit that I reveled in every moment, either empathize with the fans' undying passions, or nod in silence as if I completely understood what just happened. So I'm one of those people. I don't like big crowds. I just don't. So like I would have much preferred to have been the reporter guy. I would have much preferred to have enjoyed that from afar. Like I like music. The last time I went to a concert, it was an open field concert, and at first one of my friends like wanted to be up by the stage, and she got really pissed off because my other friend and I, we were like, there's way too many people. Like I ended up having a really bad panic attack because I was like, there are way too many people way too close to me. I have to get away from these people. And I was like, I'm going to move all the way to the back so you guys can easily find me, and I just get away from everybody because I can't. And I enjoyed it way better being away from everybody. But yeah, being right in the middle of everything, I feel like the last one is the most me, especially if I were the height of a toddler, like my poor little LALA fella is. Like, I think one of the reasons I had my panic attack so bad is because I was surrounded by a lot of people that were taller than me. Like, I couldn't see much of anything, and it was like my two friends were shorter than me, but that was it. Like everyone else that was around us were all taller than us, and I was just like, I can't do this. I can't be around all these people. I cannot empathize with their undying passions. I don't think I can get it, and I feel like I would have reveled in the moments if I were like the LALA that was away from it. Like if I wasn't in the pit, like even if I was just back here standing with these NPCs, like I probably would have reveled. But being in the middle of everything, no, nope. I'm just gonna pretend like I understood what just happened. Struck speechless by the show's sonnets, rest assured your silence speaks 1,000 words. That, and I also feel like that's very fitting for where she is in the MSQ. Like she is very much the stoic silence, I just nod right now adventurer, you know? So I feel like it goes with her. She's not very much the I talk and say what I'm actually thinking. She's just the I just go with it. Yep, just go with the flow. Just nod, pretend you agree. Yep, we're just going with it. So I feel like that's just where she is. With this, I should be able to pin the perfect piece, but I dare not delay. Little lady's day is only so long after all. I give you my gratitude, adventurer. You have earned your rightful reward. I must make my leave, but may the fates see fit for us to meet again. Thank you for acknowledging that I am a Lalafell and need money, even though I didn't outright say it. It was a pleasure to see you enjoying the show. Do not hesitate to join again if you feel so inclined. We have plenty of performances scheduled. I offer you my gratitude for aiding Dural Thoral. Gotta have the rhymes. And wish you a wonderful little ladies' day. Yay! Emotes! Emotes! Gotta have emotes. Certificates of collaboration may be traded in to the royal servant at the Ruby Road Exchange for gear and items. You may also exchange them for unique emotes that vary from quests or from the quest rewards. Participate in the performances and collect as many as you can before the festivities conclude. And that is, I do like the ones that are like this, so that way you repeat it and continue to do it, and it encourages people to continue doing the fate throughout the entire week instead of just doing it on the first day it comes out. So that way they get all of the rewards instead of just, okay, get the first reward and be done with it. Let's take a look at... Yay! Yay! Yay, yay, yay. Gotta have. Always gotta have glow stick emotes. They are always great emotes. Like, one of the things that a lot of my FC members like to do is, especially if we see someone that is hanging out doing a lot of crafting, like for instance, when I was crafting a lot of my pre-crafts for all of my gear pieces and everything like that, typically there was at least one person that was nearby that was doing at least one of the emotes, like doing a cheer wave or something. There was always someone doing one of the emotes. And this will add a little bit more variety. They're so much fun. I'm so glad they added more colors. It took them forever to add purple, but I'm so glad that they added purple. So much fun. Not what I want. I want to see. There we go. This is the NPC that I need to talk to. Let's scale this up. So you can get all of, for this little lady's day, you can get all of the different shirts that we saw. So you can get one for each of the performing NPCs. So LALA, Masha, Narumi, Pico. Yes, it's always good to get a cheer emote. Because like all the other ones are in the Mog Station, and I mean, yeah, they're cheap in the Mog Station, but still, they're in the Mog Station. It's like, ugh. Of course. And then they also have the improper praise. So then there's this one is. So this one has cheer rhythm bright emote. And this one's a cheer light green. And then we've got some, we've got an orchestrion role. We've got advertisement. I almost never end up with the advertisements, but the advertisements can be nice if you like to decorate with the advertisements. And then there is the Weeping Cherry Blossom. The Weeping Cherry Blossoms, I do absolutely love these trees. I will probably be doing this event more on my main character at some point because, as I said, I love the cherry blossom trees and I think they are absolutely beautiful, and I think that I'm going to need to stock up on some of these trees. And they're unsellable, market prohibited, so it's not like people are going to be able to flip this on the market board. And then if you end up with too many things, then you could always get confetti with them. But like I have confetti that I've gotten by accident somehow. They're okay. I think the main things to get are obviously emotes. And if you really, really, really want the shirts, like they're nice big oversized shirts. Like they kind of remind me of big giant size pajama shirts. Like would look cute for like female characters, like have the shirt, maybe throw on a pair of leggings with them, and especially if you have like the Moogle Beast tribe, if you have their reputation of get the little Moogle slippers, and like that would be a cute little pajama glamour that you don't have to pay any money for or anything like that. And that would work with probably any of them, like if you wanted to have Masha, or if you wanted to do Darumi, or if you wanted to have Pico, because Pico has the purple. I really do like the purple that they picked out for him. Like that is an absolutely beautiful purple. I do think I'm gonna have to go with these emotes though. I might have to do this event more on this character too, so that way I can get some of these shirts, so that way she has some more glamours beyond just she did her time and also did the Valentiones, like just so she has something. Not saying that she's gonna wear the shirts for like ever or anything like that, just so like she has some options. But my main character absolutely is going to need the Weeping Cherry trees because those are just absolutely beautiful. And she's going to need the orchestrion role because my main character does have a big tendency to try to collect orchestrion roles. I've got a whole bunch of them, and she needs them for like I think my free company house, it goes based upon what she has in her collection for orchestrion. So I gotta make sure that she has just about everything possible unlocked. And oh, I guess I may as well do one more here. Let me yes, attend a performance. Surprise me, I don't care. I don't care what shirt, just give me a shirt. Whoops, I gave you the wrong one. No, I gave you the Ruby's. I gave you the Ruby's chair. Sorry! Anyhow, while I am doing this one more time, I'm standing as close to the stage as I possibly can. I blame it because I'm standing as close to the stage as I possibly can. But as I'm talking, I am going to go ahead and say a few things as I'm closing out and doing all of this here. So with the Discord server, I have gone ahead and got the backup up and going. The backup that I have set up is Fluxer, and Fluxer, with how my brain has been checked out for a few days here, Fluxer also, it happened that Fluxer checked out for a few days as well. It kind of ended up being ironic that we both sort of checked out there. But it is back up and running, and I got a server up and going. In the meantime, I am going to get resources moved over to Fluxer, or well, copied over, I should say, not necessarily moved over. But all the resources that I have in Discord copied over to Fluxer, and all the emotes copied over to Fluxer. They're just not over there at the moment, but otherwise I do have a server invite up and going for it. If you would like to join the Fluxer server, I not only have the link in the announcements of Discord, but I also do have a link ready to go. If you type in !Fluxer, it will give you the invite link in chat for joining the Fluxer server. Do bear in mind that Fluxer is extremely new. They literally just launched in February. And they are a very, very small dev project. They up until recently, they were a one dev project. They just hired another person very recently, and I think they're looking to still expand on their team. So it's still a very, very small group, but it's something that I really think that supporting their endeavors and everything will be really helpful. And I think that what they have going so far is really absolutely amazing, and yes, I completely agree, Neris. Like, they are great, but they are having problems because everybody jumping ship at the same time, and because it's kind of the same deal with like Stowe. Like, they are doing great, but again, they also are having some problems too because of everybody jumping ship at the same time. But one reason I like Fluxer more is because of what they could do with the small dev team. But then also on top of that, I feel like they have their mobile development. Even though they don't actually have an app, I feel like their mobile development is further along than what Stote's development is, ironically enough. Like, Stote has a mobile app, but their mobile app just, I can't do anything from that mobile app. It definitely, I can't do much of anything from it aside from send messages. So from an administrator side, I'm like, I do not like it. And then when I try to open up the web version of Stoke for my phone, it is absolutely unusable. Whereas Fluxer, using the web version like a mobile app, works so beautifully. And then the app itself, when they aren't having API issues and stuff, I feel like it works absolutely great. But yeah, having that huge influx of users, it has been very, very shaky and unstable. But aside from that, it is an absolutely wonderful project. And I really hope that once that gets solidified and stabilized, that it is going to really be the best move, because they are working on self-hosting and federation, all that stuff. And it's really, really, really going to help with safety and privacy and all of that stuff as compared to what we're seeing on other platforms. I looked a lot at Matrix, and the thing with Matrix is that while I am very tech savvy, it reminds me a lot of Linux versus Windows, where you have all these different interfaces that you could work with, but absolutely none of them were really too much like Discord. And it was something that it was like everything was going to have to be a complete and total workaround. So it was like, by the time the server developed to be to a point of, or I guess in Matrix it's a space, by the time the space would develop to have moderators, for instance, I would have to go into every single room individually and promote each person individually into a moderator, for instance, which isn't necessarily ideal, you know. and do like weird individual things like that, and then I would have to go into different clients of the app to do different things, and each time you guys wanted to do different things, you would have to go into different versions of the app. I felt like as far as its user interface goes, it just wasn't going to be very friendly at all. And I think most of you would have been able to handle it, but I think that, especially thinking about any potential future users or anything like that, I think that some future users might struggle a little bit with it, and I want to be as open and user-friendly as humanly possible, so that way we can promote the most chill environment as we possibly can, because I know most of you in that survey said the most important thing to you was maintaining a chill environment, and I think that shaking it up with something as complex as Matrix was not going to maintain a chill environment. Like, that was just going to make things just super nerdy, you know? Yes. Choosing a platform is a super, super complicated thing. Especially if that platform ends up being super, super complicated in itself. And Matrix, in and of itself, was pretty complicated. And as I said, like, it's not that I mind complexity, it's that I wanted to keep everybody else in mind, and I'm like, I just don't think that was going to be the best move for everybody involved, you know? I think that it was going to end up causing the most issues for everybody as far as the transition goes. I think Fluxer, aside from the fact that it has been unstable, was going to cause probably the least amount of issues. But Fluxer does also allow you to do a lot of customizations and stuff. Like, you could set up themes and things like that. Like, I've seen people have came out with Fallout themes. People have came out with, I saw a Spy Family theme, for instance. Like, there are all kinds of fun things that you could do with Fluxer that you couldn't necessarily do with Discord. All kinds of fun and interesting stuff with it. But especially with the fact that Federation is on their roadmap was something that I really, really liked, and the fact that it is open source was a good thing that I saw as well. Because one platform like Root, for instance, I know some people that were looking considered Root, and it was one I immediately eliminated because I saw that it had potential. It had a lot of potential to run into the same problems that Discord is running into, because I realized that Discord is running into the issues that they are running into, not necessarily by their own choice, you know, like they're somewhat kind of running into the issue because they're being forced into it. And it's like, well, by being open sourced, how can you, I don't know that they can necessarily be forced into going into some of these things, especially if they end up federating and being self-hosted and things like that. But anyhow, that was a huge long tangent. On Tuesday, I will start off probably with my main character at the very least. Actually, maybe not my main character, because I mean, this event is not interesting whatsoever. I don't have a brain cell at the moment. But on Tuesday, we will be on Final Fantasy 14, and we will be doing something. I'm not 100% sure what yet, but we'll be doing something on Final Fantasy 14. It will either be on this character or on my main character. Originally, my thought was I was going to do some more with the event. But maybe I do some gold saucer. But yeah, my brain cell needs to rest so I can figure out what to even do. Have a wonderful, fantastic rest of your day, everybody. Thank you all so much for your understanding and your patience. I am so sorry that I had to cancel on Friday, because what brain cells I did have, they just were not in the right place. I was not going to be able to do it. I definitely needed the time for myself. And I definitely appreciate everybody's patience with me. Anyhow, as I said, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you all on Tuesday.